Okay, everybody. Today, the IELTS Part 1 topic is tidiness. So let's look at the questions. Do you like to keep things tidy? Well, me, a little bit, but I also tend to like to have things accessible. So I often have a bit of clutter on my desk, things that probably shouldn't be there really. Perhaps I should put away in a drawer. So I could be a bit more tidier, but I do like to have things accessible and I want to see where they are. If I tidy things away, sometimes I forget where they are. And then everybody's different, you could say. So, yeah, if you answer this question, perhaps you're from one extreme, you might be obsessive or compulsive about keeping things tidy. You might be a neat freak, someone that prides themselves on having their desk spotless, and maybe it helps you focus if it's like that. On the other hand, you might be someone who doesn't pay so much attention to having things tidy, and you might have a bit of clutter and things like that, clogging up your desk a little bit. Okay, now we're switching to the past tense. Did you used to keep your room tidy as a child? Well, I only had a pretty small room as a child, so I had to keep it fairly tidy. There wasn't much space really, so I had a desk and some drawers to put things in. And yeah, on the whole, it was fairly tidy, really. But I wouldn't say I was really obsessive about it. But because I didn't have much space, it made sense to keep things pretty tidy. Okay, so how do you keep your workers? Well, me, I have three drawers, and I might have one drawer for one class that I teach, another drawer for another class. I also have a cupboard where I can put books and files. But the things that I'm using right now will go on top of my desk together with my computer. And then, for me, yeah, I just have to also. Um, throw away things I don't need anymore, which is sometimes a bit difficult because I'm not sure will I need this in the future or not. But if you are kind of ruthless like that, then you won't clutter your desk with too many papers. So you have to use the waste disposal bin and get rid of some unnecessary paper on your desk. And I guess more people now are using digital documents. They're not printing off so much, so then maybe that helps a bit. But they just have to keep accurate files on their computer. So that's how I would answer the question. Everybody would have a different way, but perhaps you have boxes where you put things, cupboards, bookshelves, drawers where you can put things as well. You might have a filing cabinet. You might get some files, use a stapler. So you can think of the office things like a hole punch where you might then put it in a file. So you punch a couple of holes in your paper, so like that. Or you might have a stapler where you staple papers together. Okay, and then the last question, do you think that it's necessary to be tidy? Well, for me, I think it's a good idea. It means that you will probably find things a little bit easier, and yeah, you will also perhaps be able to focus better if your desk is not cluttered with all kinds of things. So I think some people, yeah, think it's pretty necessary, and maybe it's just how you present your office or your workstation, the optics. People will look at it, and it will give them an impression that you're organised if your desk is tidy. But if there are papers everywhere, they might doubt how organised you are and worry about how reliable you are if they give you some work to do. But yeah, that is what other people think. But from your own point of view, it's what works best for you, really. And I think a lot of people find they're able to work in a tidy environment rather than in a cluttered, chaotic environment. Okay, well, they're my answers for these four questions. So I've got words like clutter for mess, chaotic as well as an adjective, um, being obsessive about being tidy, being neat. Yeah, organized is another word you could say for being tidy. Okay, then we'll leave it there and we'll catch up again in the next video. Take care. And any comments, just any questions, just put in the comment section. Take care and bye for now.